Alright, ladies and gents. Another night, another cast. Back here on Overpass. Tonight we actually have one that I'm rather excited about. We've got Team Hardest of Core versus Popsicle. I've actually been trying to cast Hardest of Core for the past 5 matches they've had, which they've all won by forfeit. So it's been pretty much impossible. But they have won the knife round, and we're going to be going live momentarily. On Team Hardest of Core, we've got Chili, Sizzle, the Blob Z, Dr. Zongo, and one name that's slightly obscured by chat. There we go, Dottie Hack. Finish that off. Over on the side of Popsicle, we've got C-Dubs, Gint, JazzX, Link Freeman, and Vexzilla. Hardest of Core are currently 7-5 in Season 24, and Popsicle currently tied up 6-6. Hardest of Core will really be trying to put on a good show as they finally get to play a real match. I've been watching these guys scrim on and off on Sizzle's channel. Twitch.tv/Sizzle_official. Hashtag sellout. But all 5 men of Popsicle stacked over there on long. They did get spotted out immediately, so they're going to opt to shuffle off as the rotation would presumably come in, and it does on the side of Hardest of Core. 3 players rotated back on over to A, but Sizzle, he was on the flank over there by T-Spawn, so that information is gonna work against the side of Popsicle, so now they can actually rotate back over to A again, and keep Hardest of Core a little bit confused. Popsicle, no pistol upgrades, no utility, but 5 armor, versus 4 players now, all of which are armored up, no upgrades over there either. And this team is going to be piling on over there. Dottie Hack was 1 man on the site. Bomb is being planted. Dottie has already got 2. Zongo picks one up as well. Dottie picks himself up a 3rd, but Dub's going to answer back. That's 1 frag, but 3 more players to find. He's taking chip damage now. Zongo swings out wide, nearly puts him down. He's tucked back long A right now, but Zongo is going to pick himself up a 2nd. And Hardest of Core are going to make that one look pretty easy. On what could have been a very dangerous round. It was very smart of them to actually stick most of their players on the A site, expecting rotation back. We'll see if they can keep that going, though, as Popsicle did get a little bit of extra money from that bomb plant. Hardest of Core going to pick up 3 UMPs and M4, and we'll see what Zongo is going to grab. An M4 for him as well. Popsicle does elect to upgrade a couple pistols in the hands of 3 of those players. Actually, a Deagle as well over there on Vexzilla. 4 of those players are going to head on over towards the B-bomb site, and they're going to be popping right back into Monster. Sizzle's there waiting, though. Flashes, lines up 3 of them, manages to get all of those kills. No body armor really paying off for him right now, and his teammate's going to elect to throw a Molotov at him. Because that's for hogging all of the kills, and C-Dubs actually is going to get spotted out. Like Chili was jumping over there. Sizzle pushes on through past Monster, but Link Freeman's waiting there, so he's going to be able to pick up that UMP and a smoke grenade, but Bomb is still trapped on the other side of Monster. He is positioned well, though. Chili did peek out. He was hurt, but Chili does manage to get the frag. As only his legs were showing, and with the Freeman having no armor, it's going to make that an easy win, secured for Hardest of Core. The Popsicle now, they're buying up the AKs. One more of those dropped UMPs from Sizzle is going to let him get an early upgrade onto that M4. Looks like we're going to have a 2-3, actually 1-4 split decoy on the map. Kind of confused me right there. Noobcaster. Dottie, he's here in bathrooms, holding up close. That flashbang may have given away his position, though. Is it going to be checked? It seems like it is, but he has shadow advantage. He's going to get traded out with his 1 kill in doing so. That's going to be a slight rotation come over. Chili, on the way to back up Zongo, is holding this site all by his lonesome. C-Dub's in a good position if anyone wants to peek that corner, but so far nobody has. He's going to line up a smoke that'll take out the bank entryway, but Chili, he's hiding right behind Optimus right now. Again, checking all the angles. That nade doesn't do any damage to Chili, who's going to pop out. Pop one back in Gint's head, but it's answered back by Link Freeman. That's going to open up the opportunity for a bomb plant now. Chili's going to go down to Link Freeman. Blob Z picks himself up on bomb isn't planted. He gets chunked down to 13 HP from that nade, but Zongo is here. He's popping out a bank, putting down Link Freeman. It's all going to be up to JazzX, who's currently on the flank. The bomb has been tapped, but they're still looking for him. And he's going to be able to put that one down. Spots another player, nearly takes him out. Zongo goes into 8 HP. Before JazzX is put down, and Hardest of Core will string 3 rounds together to open up this half. Popsicle did get another bomb plant under their belt, so they could look to upgrade some pistols here. Maybe do a little Tech 9 armor rush on the B or something like that. Dubs does pick himself up some armor. 2 Deagles, P250 Tech 9, a little scatter by across the pistols, but they're going to try and force their way into this. They'll still have money going into the next round if this loss bonus keeps accruing. Right now they'll just be looking to pull a rifle out of one of these players' hands, and actually Dottie Hack. He's picked himself up an AWP. He's keeping an eye over there on Picnic right now. And sees the shoulder, and the repeat comes through. Dottie Hack is going to get that frag, so player position now known. Dubs is positioning himself well. Couldn't quite line it up. I'm not sure if he got that dink or not. It's a shoulder hit, but Zongo is going to put him down. Sizzle gets one back over there on the B bomb site. Vecula and Gint. Well, Gint was there for a moment, but Vexzilla, he's going to slide on down and try and make some miracles happen. Sizzle is 4 HP, but somehow Vexzilla could not land a shot. Sizzle's going to put him down, give himself a Took A in that round. Hardest to core, keeping the kills pretty spread out and balanced, except for over there on Blob Z, who needs to start picking up the pace. Sitting on 1 frag. Meanwhile, Popsicle, not looking so hot too far, but they are back on the buy, and interestingly enough, a double AWP buy comes out. This is worrisome. This could really damage their economy going into the next round, even with full loss bonus at that point. So they're going to have to make something happen, wait for some sort of aggression to come through with these ops. And as soon as Dubs peeks wide, Dottie puts him down. Not the start the Popsicle is looking for. Vexzilla making a lot of noise as he goes down there towards Connector, but Gint, Shadow advantage or not, Zongo is not going to get that frag. Man advantage is going to be evened out for now. Rotation is going to come through as Sizzle is starting to run up towards the A-bomb site, which is just in time. Dottie Hack is up there in bank right now. But nobody is going to be coming along. It's going to be up to Sizzle holding behind Optimus right now. Nade's going to come through. Player is spotted. The nade did 0 damage. It's going to allow Zongo to readjust ever so slightly. There is a player on the terrorist side slowly creeping his way up there. But Blob Z is there on B bomb site, holding it all on his lonesome, but the bomb is now dropped for him. 45 seconds left in the round. Popsicle are going to have a dire time to come over here, which is exactly what Hardest of Core is doing, as all 4 players left alive have now rotated, perched themselves on this bomb. Chili's going to get the first frag as they come in to try and pick it up with 34 seconds left in the round. Popsicle may just want to try and save these weapons, but Gint and Link Freeman go down almost instantly after I say that. Hardest of Core deciding not to pick up one of those AWPs. Instead, they'll all have AK-47s except for Zongo, who did die in that previous round. He's going to have to rebuy an M4, but money is starting to look very healthy over there in Hardest of Core. And you know what? A little bit of a tilt factor may be coming through, or they just know this round's not going to get played out, as Popsicle is now knifing each other, nading each other, and Jazz X has popped back in this server. So, I don't think they can match medic this. I think they are just screwed, going to be playing a player down. They're juggling a few weapons left and right here. Yeah, they can't restart this, so they're going in this with all knife damage. Let's take a look at Dottie Hack, who's currently lined up with the AWP, and actually Zongo. Nice flashbang just in time. He's going to mully off bathrooms. Player's going to be greeting him any moment now. But he hears the footsteps hiding behind there. Player does not check it before he sweeps over to try and get Dottie Hack. Dottie Hack does go down to Gint, though. Zongo had not been able to rotate, so he is actually going to be going down. Sizzle on the rotate up through Connector. Chili, he's going to get a nice little frag thanks to 13 damage from earlier. Gets himself a second, actually, and now it's all up to Gint, who has a Galil. Bomb has been planted. That's the only highlight the Popsicle are going to get right now. And, yeah, things are looking good for Popsicle. I'm hoping that any horrible things that may have happened don't happen again. And Gareth, no, not new mic. Not sure what the kappa means, but does it still sound like trash? I know it doesn't sound as good as it used to. I'm looking into getting a new interface, so we'll see about that in the coming weeks. I've tried everything I can do to fix it, to get it sounding like its old self, but at this point I think it's my mixer. Anyways, Popsicle back on the buy. 5 AK-47s. Decent amount of utility though, and they're electing to slow play this. 2-1-2 stack, not stack, spread out. And one of them is going to be popping right through smoke right now. Flash is a little bit late, and that's going to screw over JazzX. It's a free kill for Sizzle. Chili in the same little boost spot up there on top of construction, and Gint is going to go down. Bomb has not been spotted as it was dropped back over by ladder room. Vexil, though, he has gone, recovered that bomb. Zongo holding a new position now, and once again, 2 rounds in a row, he just gets a free kill. Dubs does not check it, swings out wide, and is punished for it. And POPSICLE are going to be left in a 2 versus 5. The bomb is here to rotate, or on rotate. Link Freeman spots out one. Vexilla gets Zongo over there on long. Nade's going to come out, doesn't do too much damage, though. Freeman actually sitting there at a healthy 100 hit points. Link Freeman very wisely checking the flank, as right now things could be getting dire, and interestingly enough, Vexilla seems to have dropped the bomb and then immediately goes down trying to recover it. Blob and Chili, they're going to get themselves some easy kills. Hardest to core, they're going to go up 7-0 now. It sounds miserable. That's what I like to hear. I'll tweak around with it. I replace some audio cables. I can switch out the XLR, and I don't know. I think it's my USB. But thank you for the information. Nobody has said anything since it first started happening, so I've been kind of clueless. Anyways, back into this round. POPSICLE on full tilt mode now. They're throwing whatever they can at the wall. Picked up a AWE, 2 AKs on top of some force buys, but right now JazzX already took a little bit of damage on that early peek. Sizzle completely full blind. C-Dubs nearly doesn't get the kill. But he does spot another player as he picks up that AK-47. Chili's going to answer back with 2, but JazzX, he comes in, gets the headshot on a Dottie X, nearly gets that one. But it's going to be a 2v3 now for Hearts to Core on this retake. Chili's position already no, but he manages to get a kill nonetheless on a Vexilla. Link Freeman, though, he's in a position that's very well heard out right now. Manages to get the frag out on a Chili. So now it's all up to Zongo. At least an AWE player is spotted. Free kill for him on a JazzX and Link Freeman. Last player alive. Looks like it was communicated a lot of damage has been done to him as Zongo, he has picked out, or pulled out the USB. Tried to smoke it off, but he left a gap over there. Link Freeman is going to have to check this. That he does. Zongo cannot line up the shot. What? He misses again and he decides to stick it. Link Freeman looking a little confused as he was pausing right there. A little bit hesitant, but POPSICLE, they're going to pick up the first round on the terrorist side. Gawa says, try complimenting it. It might be depressed. Need to cheer up. Okay. Listen, mixer, microphone, you guys, you're doing the Lord's work. You're sitting here. You are my production. I have no team behind me. I just got you guys. You are the team. You are the hardware, and I respect you. So please just function as intended, and I'll treat you right. Hopefully that clears up any mic issues. Chili's going to get the first opening frag, answered back by C-Dubs, but Zongo's going to get one, so he's going to elect to run it back towards the A-bomb side. POPSICLE going to be left in a 3v4 as they slowly congregate over here next to restrooms. Blob Z has come to back up Zongo, though, on this A-bomb site. They're making a lot of noise, so information is going to be passed on relatively soon, I'd imagine. Molotov is in an interesting place. I think that may have clipped. Oh, no, that was Zongo's molly. Very nice. Zongo actually gets a frag before he's traded up by Link Freeman, but it's now brought down to a 2v2 for hardest core and POPSICLE. Bomb is about to be planted. It has gone down. They're going to smoke off next to Optimus, which would let Link Freeman get in a better position. But Sizzle, he's up here on the boost. I like this position. He gets the first frag, jumps on down, and he gets out with a nade out in his hand. But Zongo managed to clutch it. 20 HP left, so a lot of players going down that round. With the money very healthy over there on hardest score. The money on POPSICLE, however, looking a bit dire. Vexilla decides to grab an AK-47 while the rest of his teammates look like they're going to be buying some armor and upgraded pistols to go alongside of it. Maybe they can play around this. Vexilla go in, try and open up with some frags. Next player in line can grab it. Try the same thing. Right now we're going to have a 3-man stacks. Looks like Hardest to core, expecting it to be a B hit, and that's where the bomb was headed. Sizzle did get the opening pick before he was put down by Vexzilla. Managed to make that AK-47 pay off. Gint and Dubs are going to go down, though. And Dottie Hack seems to have heard this player. That he did, as Link Freeman is going to go down. It's all going to be up to Vexzilla, who is going to kill himself and try and make this match end as quickly as possible, which, you know, is nice for me. I only plan on casting the one match tonight, and you know, I'd like to sit back, have myself a little drink, and forget about the work day. Right now, one of these players is going to have dropped out of the server again. Let's see if the pause does come through before it starts, and it doesn't. So we're going to see another 4v5 for the second time. That's got to be disheartening for Popsicle. Vexzilla has elected to go AFK. His remaining teammates going to drop the bomb and go try and get some frags. So Dottie Hack, he is down here, and he's going to see or hear one of these players very soon, and he's going to get that kill relatively easily. Popsicle now looking at a 3v5 against Hardest of Core. Vexzilla going for the eek. Spots out the information. There's a little bit of damage, but he takes a slight amount himself. Vexzilla decides to go join his teammates back over towards Long. He's stuck himself up by Party right now. Link Freeman, actually, that wasn't even Link Freeman. That was Blob Z just doing a little bit more damage to Dottie. Come on, Blob. I know you're sitting on 5 frags right now, but it doesn't count towards your frag total if you kill a teammate. Just a little pro tip here from your boy Insomnia. Zongo, he's going to rotate back up there on the bank. Vexzilla's going to get caught on the flank. Rap God. And it's all going to be up to Dubs and Link Freeman now. Zongo eking out. Tries to put one over there towards bathrooms, but I think that player already has gone down. So all up to Link Freeman now, who's over there in construction. 30 seconds left. Might be looking to save this AK-47 or, you know, just get himself killed. And hopefully that 5th player on the team of Popsicle does elect to come back. Or maybe we're having a nice case of UKCS, where somebody just quits the match halfway through. Link Freeman did manage to get himself a consolation kill before he was put down, but we're going to be going into the 12th round now. Still playing 4v5 on the team of Popsicle. Maybe we can get a pause. Popsicle, you thinking about it, or are you guys already writing this one off? I'm quite curious. Well, no pause. Once again, 4v5. I'm sure we can all guess what's going to happen from here. Players are pretty spread out at the moment, but Dottie Hack's going to get the opening pick. Link Freeman tucked up close. Some noise was made by his teammates, so he might be able to get something out of this. Elects to shoot the player that does not have a grenade in his hand. Manages to get the kill anyways. Gint actually gets one as well, so 2v3 until I say that. However, Gint does catch Blob with 0 bullets in the magazine, so he's going to get one more. But with 10 HP, make that 5! Oh, he is so lucky to be alive right now. I'm not sure if they know he's down here, but he's going to have a hell of a time trying to make this work. He did pick up an M4, which I'm curious if he even knows at this point, as he's still holding on to that Tech 9. Something tells me they know he's down here. Is that Molotov is going to come rain down. Sizzle right now is just parked on top of the bomb, which had been dropped over above ladder room. And time looks like it's going to be ticking away, as it does look like Gint does not plan. Oh, might I speak too soon? He might get caught out right here. Sizzle is about to rotate. No shadow for him, though. Gint is going to go down with 20 seconds left in the round. That's going to put Hardest of Core up 11-1. They can look damn easy, even before a player had dropped out. But it looks like it's just going to be another one of those matches. We've casted this before, where a player just drops out entirely. Or like that one horrible match I casted where I just started because there were 4 people in the server and the 5th guy never came back. Popsicle picked up a Scout, AK-47, and a Galil, and actually, they're going to open up with a frag, so they're going to have even player number. Make that a second frag as C-Dubs gets a nice little Scout shot on the Zongo. Gint catches Sizzle out of position, and suddenly, on a round that looks like it should never be won. Oh, but no! Somehow Dottie Hack picks up a twofer. That angle was not checked as they tried to cross for free, and then Blops, he actually gets a kill over there on the long. Catches now the bomb out as well. So now Link Freeman, he's in a 1v2, but he can get this down into one-on-one trades, but he's making so much noise right now, but manages to get the kill anyways into Dottie Hack. That's going to be a bomb for him to grab. And now, Blob Z, you were looking hungry for those frags earlier. Let's see if he elects to go over towards the A-bomb site. No, he's going to stay right back here. This is such a smart play, and Link Freeman, caught with just a knife in his hand, had the possibility to get into a 1v1, and he's going to spin bot in celebration. His hardest to core goes up 12-1 now. Popsicle, that looked like the miracle round you needed in a 4v5, and somehow you just let it slip out of your hands. These things, they happen, though. Full loss bonus means, hey, free AK-47s for everybody, except for C-Dubs, who's going to be back on that scout. Maybe he can get the nice early pick back on his Zongo again. These players are going to spread out a little bit. One headed over there past Playground. Two are going to be down there in Connector. Chili holding the angle. He's going to toss out a Molotov and actually go down just shortly after as Link Freeman pops out. Sizzle does trade it right back, but Gint takes out Dottie Hack. So now even players with both sides. Popsicle have another opportunity, and Vegzilla makes it all the better as he takes out Blob before he picks up the bomb and goes to rotate over towards A to meet his other players on the bomb site. Zongo gets spotted out, only has the AWP, decides to switch out to the Deagle, as it looks like Dub's trying to wallbang him right now. Second player spotted out. They have full information. Now Zongo manages to get the kill as he's crisply trying to reload. Can't quite line up the crosshair before Gint is there, and Sizzle on just 19 HP in a 1v2. Gives away his position pretty early, tags up one player for just 28 damage, so he's going to rotate on over towards long. Bomb planted, he does have a kit and one smoke, so he can try and isolate himself. Gets these into some 1v1s, and Vexzilla, he's not looking the right way, but Sizzle can't hit the shot. His position now known. He doesn't have time to rotate back over there towards bathroom, but he does get Vexzilla down to 46 HP. Gint on 62. Vexzilla elects not to trade that shot as Sizzle does throw out that smoke, but somehow Popsicle 4v5 managed to get a second round on the board. Arsticor, though, with all that money they built up, they will be just fine. One player's going to have to downgrade to a FAMAS. Chili on a UMP to be bought for Dottie Hack. Chili's going to pick up an AWP, and actually Chili on the AWP. Now, I've seen this boy play before. He's not an opper. Not an opper. Something I must reiterate, so we'll see if he can pull off any magic with this. Chili? Oh look, Chili died. Guys, are you surprised? Chili just died with the op that he bought. Man advantage now for Popsicle in another 4v5. Somehow they've made this happen 3 rounds in a row. How those C-Dub's going to go down. It's going to equal things back out, but Gint is here to trade the frag out. Manages to get it. Now he's going to tuck himself back up construction, but Blob Z on the flank on Monster side. Waiting for these players to go and try and plant the bomb very wisely. Trigger discipline, amazing right now. Vexzilla planting the bomb. Go, stop the bomb, Blob, Blob, please. You waited a second or two, way too long, and now Zongo is going to be in a 1v2. He does have a kit though. He has made some footsteps. I believe those players were far enough away as Gint. Yeah, he's back there watching water, and Link Freeman is over there by sandbags. Zongo did not check it, but the shots from Freeman are going to give it away. Gint does go down, but Link Freeman is going to put Zongo down somehow. 2 rounds in a row. Popsicle 4v5 managed to get some more rounds on the board. I'm just praying a player comes back so we can see a little bit more competition between these two teams, because this is completely unfair. So Muma, how you doing? There were 5 players when this started. Sadly, not anymore. Although Popsicle literally have been doing better since that player left. They have got 2 rounds as opposed to their 1 when they had all 5 players, so... I don't know, maybe a bad luck charm, or maybe these guys from the side of Popsicle are just really trying to make something happen right now. But hopefully they will elect to take this halftime as long as it can go and make my life of feeling, you know, dead air even more miserable. You know, I'd take that, just hoping that they could actually get a 5th player back in the server. Alright, I'm gonna go into radio silence for a few minutes as they are probably going to wait to get this player back in. I'll throw on some music and just chill while I consider how to fix my mic issues. And sadly, it does look like we're not going to get that fifth player back in the set of Popsicle, so hardest to core. Man advantage for the rest of the game, it seems like. A little disappointing for me, and I'm certain the team of Popsicle. We'll see if they can pull off any more miracle rounds. They've already got 2 under their belt. Let's see how this goes. They've got 3 armors, 1 kit, and 2 flashes. Let's see if that's enough to ward off the side of hardest of core, who just went straight up 5 armors, and actually looks like they had the perfect read on this. C-Dubs runs right past Zongo, who had tucked himself away. The other 4 players were hiding on top of a ladder room, expecting some sort of aggressive play from Popsicle, which really wasn't a bad idea when you're a man down. Link Freeman does spot out Zongo, who just puts himself in plain view and stops just pretty much in the middle of Link's crosshair, so not quite sure what's going on there. Popsicle still at a man disadvantage. Gets that evened out immediately as he gets a frag out onto Sizzle. Blob Z, though, he's rotating. Gint gets himself another one. Obstacle, suddenly, looks like they can make this happen. Dottie does even things back out, though. Link Freeman on the flank. Bomb has been dropped, but the player has been spotted out. Dottie Hack is going to go down. Link Freeman lines it up, manages another round with 4v5. In a match that I thought could not be hyped up. Somehow Popsicle are doing it. Hardest of core look like they're going to be buying into this regardless, though, is Dottie Hack. He's going to buy a UMP. Sizzle's got himself a CZ. Little Tech 9 over there in Chili's hands, and armor on everybody except for Blob. Blob even got himself a UMP. Hardest of core looking to end this early, or they're just probably having fun with it knowing these guys. I have 10-manned with them before, and they are the type to do this when they know that these guys are playing a man down. Dottie Hack's up there and puts that UMP to good use. It's going to be a free weapon in front of those guys over in Hearts to Core to pick up. So now it's a 3v5 for Team Popsicle, making the odds even harder. Make that a 2v5 as Zongo swings wide, picks himself up a free weapon. Got a FAMAS in his hands now. So C-Dubs and Vexzilla, UMPs in hand. Spot out one of the players, does not get the kill. Vexzilla does get one though. Got a little consolation prize, puts a little bit of damage into a second player there. Checks his flight, gets a second frag. He's doing everything that he can, and JazzX is back in the server, so we might see a little bit more contention now going into the ongoing rounds. Chili up close, one player behind Optimus. Vexzilla does a lot of damage into Chili, but can't quite get the kill as a player eked out from Optimus, making things rather difficult. So Popsicle, they're going to lose that round, get high, immediately reset, and Hardest to Core winning the Force Buy. So JazzX, get right back in the server. Gint is going to buy himself a scout and armor. Upgraded pistols alongside that as Popsicle are going to try and pull out a miracle round so they don't have to play for overtime after this. See if they can make it work. Dottie Hack, he's saying no to that. Gets a quick 2 kills into JazzX and Gint. as Chili gets one over there on the B bomb site. Bomb is going over towards A, and Vexzilla, Link Freeman were on the rotate, but Chili's going to stop that immediately, gets himself to Oofer. Oh, Popsicle cannot get a break right now. Just poor timing all around for them. Lost bonus has helped a little bit. That little half by last round is going to allow these players to get a couple rifles in hand. Gint and C-Dubs there, though they're only an upgraded pistol, and apparently, you know, they don't want to play with Chili anymore. Maybe Chili's a bad luck charm. Maybe they want to even the odds. You know, Popsicle are playing with 4 players for a while, so let's headshot one of our teammates with an AWP and make this a little bit more fair. I like this. Hardest to core, they're a bunch of nice guys, but they are going to get the free kill up there onto Gint. Dottie Hack only taking 47 damage in the process, but he is spotted out by Jazzex, who can't get the frag. Zongo, he's holding back. C-Dubs gets aggressive again. He's going to go down. So even when hardest to core at a man disadvantage, they're making this look quick and easy. Link Freeman does spot out Dottie Hack, who had gone lower earlier. So he's going to get a kill. Answer that back. Vexzilla managed to get one. Make that a second one just as the bomb is planted. And there's no one here to stop this defusal. Zongo is going to have to run like a maniac, but he's way too far away. Right now, 6 seconds. Zongo, are you the sprinter that you know you are? He can't do it. It's gone. So Popsicle, they managed to get around that, you know, maybe if you didn't team kill Chili, you may have got that one. Just a thought. Hardest to core, though, they have 9 rounds. Let's see if they shoot Chili again. Chili. Let's take a look at the Chili cam. Oh. Chili was looking back nervously. I was worried for a second. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot him. Instead gives him the AK-47. So Popsicle, C-Dubs is only on an MP7, FAMAS, 2 UMPs and an M4 in the hands of the rest of the players, so kind of a thrift store buy. Hardest to core, they've got plenty of money built up for AKs and AWP, and Sizzle's going to put one of those AKs to work immediately. Zongo holding that AWP over there on B, holding the monster angle. Link Freeman managed to get a kill, but it's traded up by Blobz immediately. Not sure if that was a pop flash or just a poorly thrown one. But C-Dubs, he's on a flank for B, but sadly no one's there. He does hear the footsteps of Sizzle. Can't get the frag, though. Sizzle goes down to 5 HP. So now Vexzilla and Gint, they're going to have to rotate, and Gint's a long ways away. Vexzilla opting to go for the peak without a teammate in tow. Sizzle's going to smoke off heaven. Vexzilla does spot out one player. He's going to do some damage and throw it a nade. It's not going to be enough, though. 27 HP left. Ooh, Gint goes in, tries to nail it, can't quite do it. Vexzilla somehow does get Blobz, though, who was the player. He was weakened slightly, spots out Sizzle, but flicks away after he checks the corner, and he's going to go down. That'll put hardest to core up there on match point. Popsicle, money is abysmal. 2 M4s, 2 dualies. I guess a single pair of dualies. You know, math is hard. And 1 less player. Goodbye, Vexzilla. This is what we call tilt. Do I even cast this round? Let's just go on the Chili cam. This is going to be the round of the Chili cam. Chili currently looking on a wall, climbing a railing, scaling some stairs, climbing down a ladder, going through tunnel room. Best play-by-play ever. Has a nade in his hand. He's going to throw it at a window. Go, Chili, go! And Chili's dead. Okay, back to normal commentary. Chili MVP. Gint climbing out a tunnel and had a shot lined up. Sizzle giving away his position still as he had not rotated back. And Gint spots another player, tags him up ever so slightly. Dottie hacked on a 31 HP. Rotation's going to be back from the other side of C-Dubs, but C-Dubs can't land it. Gint does land it, however. Now in a 1v1 versus Zongo, who is currently, if I can hit the right button on my keyboard, he's back over there on B, where the bomb has been dropped. And C-Dubs is going to leave the game. So, all up to Gint. 2 players have left the game from Popsicle, so they have absolutely zero faith in Gint right now. But Gint, what? Gint can't even get the kill? He had it lined up. All he had to do was click that button. What a game, what a game. Hardest to core, they're going to win that 16 to, I believe it was 5. I've already lost count. It was a sad, scary match, and I believe that is it for me right now. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by. I'm going to throw a host over to Sizzle, who was just playing in this, and you guys can go see his elated happiness. Thank you once again for stopping by. My name's Insomnia. I'll be back tomorrow.